So following up from my last video, I've got 3 examples up here that I want to talk about how this graph compares to the parent function y equals x squared. So I want to look at, when I'm given numbers in my equations, how is the changes, or what are the changes, excuse me. So if I start with my parent function as y equals x squared, problem number 1 changes from y equals x squared to now y equals x minus 2 quantity squared plus 1. So I need to determine, how is it moving? Is it reflecting? Is it stretching or compressing vertically? Is it moving to the left or to the right, or is it moving up or down? Or is it a combination of those things? Remember, inside of my parentheses is responsible for left-right motion, and my constant by itself is responsible for vertical shift. Anything out in front is responsible for dilating, getting wider or narrower, or reflecting over the x-axis. Here I have nothing out in front. My lead coefficient is still a 1, so there's no dilation happening or reflection. So this is a smiling parabola, okay? This is a smiling parabola. This minus 2 means that it's going to move to the right, because remember it's a negative. That means moving to the right 2 units. And then this plus 1, plus meaning up, right? It actually follows suit here. It's going to move up 1 unit. That's it. Okay. Problem number 2, compared to, problem number 1, we could say that the vertex, remember, vertex is at positive 2, positive 1. Okay. Problem number 2. Problem number 2 has a negative out in front. So now I know that this is a frowning parabola, okay? Has a negative out in front, so that means it reflected over the x-axis. Okay, now it's a frowning parabola. Oh gosh, that's diagonally down. Plus 7 is a shift to the left, and plus 4 is a shift up. So this graph reflected over the x-axis, shifted to the left 7 units, and went up 4 units. Problem number 3 is 1/2 x plus 1 quantity squared minus 3. 1/2 out in front is less than 1. So this graph is going to dilate, but when it dilates, and notice how it's positive 2, so it's going to be a still smiling, this graph is going to be wider than the parent, because 1/2 is less than 1. This plus 1 inside shifts to the left 1 unit, and minus 3 at the end shifts it down 3 units. Its vertex is at -1, comma, -3. Okay, that's its vertex. This guy, problem number 2's vertex, was at -7, comma, +4. Okay. If I had an example that had a positive value or a negative, doesn't matter, but the number was greater than 1 out in front. So let's look at y is equal to, let's do -4 x plus 2 squared plus 3. Okay, this minus 4 out front does a reflection. This minus 4 out in front, because 4 is greater than 1, it's going to stretch my graph vertically, so it's going to be narrower. Okay, this plus 2 inside, remember, comes opposite. It's actually going to shift it left 2, and plus 3 at the end is going to shift it up 3. So this reflected, it got narrower, it shifted left and up. So its vertex is at -2, +3. That's it. check the screencast. We'll go through more of these. Hopefully that helps. Bye.